Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're embarking on a truly profound philosophical journey, one that's honestly a real game changer. We're going to explore how we can shift our entire mindset away from the constant, exhausting anxiety of modern time and step right into the liberating, expansive peace of the present moment. We're drawing our insights today from a beautifully written essay titled The Secret Dwelling in the Heart of Time, and we'll be focusing on this captivating concept known as ÂN-I DÂIM. If you've ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day, and let's be real, who hasn't, then this explainer is exactly for you. So let me ask you a very direct question right off the bat. Are you a slave to time? Seriously, think about it for a second. Do you ever feel completely trapped by the relentless gears of modern clocks, the endless pings on your phone, and those rigid, unyielding blocks on your calendar? We live in an era where time is rapidly and constantly sliced up into meetings, deadlines, and super strict schedules. But the source text we're exploring today issues this really powerful warning. By slicing our lives up this way, we are actually losing our absolute greatest treasure. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how perfectly it captures the modern human condition. On one hand, we drag around the heavy regrets of the past, and on the other, we're endlessly projecting the terrifying anxieties of the future. We constantly divide our actual breathing lives between these two extreme poles. And sure, this segmentation provides great convenience for the mind. It helps us plan projects and organize our weeks. But paradoxically, as the text points out, it actually imprisons the soul in an incredibly narrow dungeon. We are so busy looking backward and forward that we completely miss out on the space in the middle. There's just this stark contrast in how we can choose to experience our lives. On one side, we have mechanical time, which is characterized by that suffocating ticking of clocks and calendars. It's a narrow dungeon where you're simply a slave to time. But on the flip side, we have what the author calls the eternal expanse. The text highlights this absolutely beautiful truth. Life is actually an indivisible whole, and everything you are looking for is hidden within a single second. When we finally free ourselves from our endless ambitions and give the present moment its true due, that suffocating ticking falls entirely silent. You literally shift from being a slave to becoming the master of time. How amazing is that? This whole philosophy is captured so perfectly in this incredibly rhythmic couplet. Neither am I within time, nor am I completely outside of it. Try to really feel the balance in those words. For the human soul that manages to pass through this specific threshold, there's no longer a yesterday dragging you backward or a tomorrow making you anxious. Beyond the rigid, unfeeling mechanics of mechanical time, an eternal expanse opens up. It becomes this divine manifestation that is actively renewed at every single breath you take. Let's move to and see how this builds, because time isn't just about the physical clocks ticking away on your kitchen wall. The source material emphasizes that we as humans often experience time not through external mechanisms, but through the deeply internalized, lingering echoes within our own minds. Think about it. A single harsh word spoken 2 years ago, it might still be echoing inside your head right now. A fear about something that hasn't even happened yet might be casting a massive dark shadow over your present reality. Time is literally happening inside you. Ask yourself honestly right now, are you truly living where you physically are? Or are you trapped within the memory of a past hurt? Or maybe you're paralyzed among unborn future possibilities that haven't even arrived yet? It's a massive realization when you notice that you're no longer living in your actual physical environment, but instead, you're allowing shadows of days not yet born to completely hijack your current moment. When we live in this state of constant mental time travel, the result is what the source material brilliantly calls the scattered heart. Your attention becomes completely fragmented. You just can't focus on what's right in front of you. Your soul drifts far away from its own center, and this loud inner crowd takes over. It's like a noisy, agitated gathering of past regrets and future worries, and they're all shouting at once. This constant internal drifting pulls us entirely away from the true center of our own existence. But here is the major turning point of our explainer. True peace, it only begins when we can finally quiet that noisy inner crowd and return to our center. Why? Because truth, genuine reality, never arrives from yesterday or tomorrow. Actually, scratch that. It can't arrive from yesterday or tomorrow. Truth always enters through one exact doorway, the doorway of now. I want us to just take a breath here. The past was but a shadow, the future a delicate dream. Truth walked only within the moment the heart could truly feel. Think about the gravity of those lines for a second. The past cannot be called back. The future cannot be brought forward. You, as a human being, can establish a genuine connection with your life only to the exact extent that you truly physically touch the moment you are currently in. And this brilliantly illustrates that we really don't need grand, explosive events to feel this connection. We can find total presence in the simple light falling upon a window pane, in a quietly sipped cup of warm tea, in the delicate traces of rain left upon the glass. It is in these incredibly simple, quietest moments of life that some people are able to sense a profound, almost infinite vastness. When your soul finally ceases its constant rushing, planning, and worrying, it begins to hear what the author beautifully calls the voice of existence. It's a very subtle voice, you know? When you quiet down enough to hear it, you realize a powerful truth. Life isn't merely the sum of great, loud, monumental events. Rather, true life is the beautiful wholeness of these small manifestations, these tiny moments that usually just pass by silently, completely unnoticed by the busy mind. Listen closely to this quote. The one who constantly hurries toward another moment ends up missing their own life. So the crucial point is this. If you are a modern, stressed individual, always rushing to the next thing on your calendar, constantly checking your watch to see what's next, you are entirely missing your own physical existence. You are quite literally missing out on the experience of being alive while you're just waiting for the next scheduled block to arrive. Which brings us to the core secret of this entire essay, and the title of our explainer, ÂN-I DÂIM. It is the ability to sense eternity within every moment. Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand that ÂN-I DÂIM is not about magically removing a person from time or floating away from reality. We still have to live in the physical world, right? Rather, it's the profound realization and the deep capability of finding eternity perfectly nestled within the present moment you are experiencing right now. And this all leads us to the ultimate question regarding true maturity. Will you continue blindly consuming time, rushing from one fragmented task to the next while your heart scatters? Or will you learn to quiet the inner crowd, step through the doorway of now, and entrust yourself to the flow of truth? It's a profound choice about how we live the one life we have. I'll leave you to ponder that as you go about your day. Stop, look around, and see if you can hear the subtle voice of existence in this very moment. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I truly hope it sparks a liberating journey into the present for you.